Well, good afternoon, everyone. Craig at you once again, this time out on the 2014 Honda Valkyrie. On my way to bike night, local bike night they have here that I've never attended before, so I'm interested to see what the turnout's going to be. It's a really nice evening, great weather, so I anticipate a good crowd. So happy to be out on this bike. You know, if many of you know, I have the 2018 Honda Goldwing and the 2014 Honda Valkyrie, and I love this bike. But what I've noticed is that it appears that I am the only one on the planet that has this bike. And I know I'm being a little bit facetious here, but as many of you probably, I'm a YouTube junkie, and so I'm always, watching videos, mostly motor vlogging videos and videos about other motorcycles. And I search for Honda Valkyrie, and there's videos that pop up, but it appears that almost every video that I see about the Honda Valkyrie is someone that is test driving the Honda Valkyrie. It's not really anyone that owns the Honda Valkyrie. It's somebody that's test driving it, or they have it for sale, or something like that. So I said, well, let me get on here and really talk about the Valkyrie a little bit. Because it doesn't seem like many people have this bike. And I know this new version of the Valkyrie, I believe they only made it in the US in 2014 and 2015. So they didn't sell a lot of them. And I have my thoughts on why they didn't sell a lot of them. First of all, let me start by saying this is a great bike. It really is. It's got, as many of you know, it has the same engine as the Honda Goldwing. It's just a smooth 1833 cc, or 1833, 1832, something like that, cc engine. Shifts very smoothly. So I love that about the bike. One of the things that I wish that the Valkyrie had, I wish it had a 6-gear. It's only a 5-speed. I wish it was a 6-speed. I think that will be a lot better. But the great thing about the Valkyrie is, for a cruiser, since it does have that, that Goldwing engine, it provides tons of torque and a lot of low-end torque, which I like on this bike. So very smooth shifting, and really a great bike to have. So why didn't this bike sell? Why isn't anyone on YouTube, riding around on their Valkyries? First of all, first reason, the bike was too gosh dang high when it came to the price. When the Valkyrie came out, it was $18,000. And as much as I love this bike, this is not an $18,000 bike. There is no way that anyone in their right mind would pay $18,000 for this bike. And I think that's why this bike sat so long on dealers' showrooms and in crates, because no one was willing to spend that amount of money. You're spending $18,000 for a bike. You're looking for a bike that has saddlebags. You're looking for a bike that has, a windscreen. You're looking for some amenities, maybe cruise control. That's a lot of money to spend on a bike that has nothing. And I don't know the technical terms. I don't know if this bike is considered a naked bike, but I can tell you this bike has nothing. There's no storage on this bike, no cruise control. Obviously, you can see no windscreen. The bike really is just it. It's the engine, the smooth engine. You're paying $18,000 for a smooth engine. So I think the first problem was the bike was just way too expensive, and that's why it's sat. Even when I bought this bike in 2018, even though it's a 2014. The bike sat on the showroom floor for 4 years with no one buying it. And because of that reason, Honda did some very deep discounts where they it was less than half of what the MSRP was to sell these bikes and to get rid of them. So at that price, I said, okay, well, that is more reasonable, for a brand new bike and a Honda, and it's a great bike. But it was just too expensive. So after I got the Goldwing, I considered, selling this bike. Really, the only modification, I think that I've done to this is the seat. I've upgraded the seat. It's kind of thing I do on every bike. I just do it. It's just my thing. I want a more comfortable seat, so I upgraded the seat. But that's all I've done to it. And I was going to sell the bike. But then I started looking on Auto Trader, and I'm starting to see that this bike is going more used than it was that I paid for it brand new. So I said, well, let me hold on to the bike now if I can. It's not that I'm in this to make money. It's not that I don't think bikes appreciate, they're a depreciating asset. But as long as I can get back what I paid for it, or something very close to it, I might as well hold on to the bike. So here I am. I've got the Valkyrie. I would tell you, if you can get a good deal on the bike, go out and buy the bike. But I know there's not a lot of them left. But you have to understand the drawbacks. And the drawbacks is you've got nothing. You've got a cruiser. You've got a cruiser to do exactly what I'm doing, which is to cruise around to a bike night that's close to the house. Because if I was going anywhere where I would need more comfort because it was a longer trip, or if I was going anywhere that I might think I needed to take something with me, I'd take the Goldwing because it has bags on it. But I love the bike. Last thing I'll say about the bike is the styling of this bike also is very polarizing. And when you look at the Valkyrie, people either love it or they can't stand the look of it. It seems like there's no in between. People go, oh, that's a cool looking bike, or people go, oh my God, it would never ever be caught on that thing. I liked it. I thought the styling was different, and the interesting thing was I liked the styling, but I only liked the Valkyrie in the black version. I didn't like the red one. I didn't like the blue one. I only liked the black. So I don't know, to each its own. But it is an interesting bike, and I will say this: the couple bike nights or bike events that I've gone to, when I take the Valkyrie, it draws more attention than most of the mainstream bikes. And I don't know, maybe it's like the unicorn. It's like the ugly little bike that sits there, or it's like he's got a Valkyrie. We haven't seen those. Either way you play it does draw a lot of attention, which really kind of surprised me. Because when you go to these bike nights, you've got, the beautiful Harleys, you've got, the other Hondas, you've got, Suzuki's, Kawasaki's, you have all kinds of bikes, to me, that draw a lot of attention, or should draw a lot of attention. But I will say it is an attention getter. Wherever I take this bike, and wherever I park it, people come up to me and they start to ask me, a million questions, even if it's just, hey, what bike is that? I've never seen that before. So, us Valkyrie owners, let's unite, even though there's probably only 8 of us in the country. But it is a great bike, and I would say if you can get it, and get it at a reasonably good price, and they're still out there. There are a few, new ones out there and used ones out there that don't have a lot of miles on it. If you can get it, it's a great bike. I would just say, I don't know if it could be my only bike. It probably could be my only bike. If you're a person that's just traveling around locally, going back and forth to work, and you can throw some bags on it. I put a dry pack on this, just so I have some storage on it. But if you can travel around locally and you don't need to go long distance, then it is a great bike to get, and I would say get it. So anyway, thank you very much. Hope everybody's enjoying their day. Once again, like I always say, get out, enjoy the day, get out, ride your bikes, get on your boats, get in your RVs, whatever it is that you do to enjoy life, enjoy it to the fullest. Have a great day, everyone.